When I think of how I can positively affect each day and every guest, I think of the following saying. When you leave your house in the morning, you wouldn't leave without brushing your teeth first, because society doesn't deserve your bad breath. But just like you brush your teeth before you leave the house in the morning, you be sure that you have a positive attitude before you leave for work, because society doesn't deserve your bad attitude either. Having a positive attitude is an obligation to society. Attitude is a decision that you make, and it's a choice on how you go through life. So with that, there are 4 key elements to a positive attitude when it comes to the process. Number 1, maintain a positive attitude. Most of us let what happens throughout the day determine the type of day that we will have. It's important to recognize that when this is happening, so that we don't let it affect our guests or our coworkers. It's a decision that we have to make in order to keep a positive attitude throughout the day. The difference between a bad day and a great day is your perception of the day. It's only fair to give your guest to see each guest as a new opportunity. Number 2, how you feel about selling determines how well you will sell. If you feel like selling is a way to trick your guests out of their money, then you're going to have a very difficult time recommending any experience that the park has to offer. However, if you feel, like I do, that selling to your guests is actually serving them by offering them your best options, then selling becomes the right thing to do. We looked up these words in a thesaurus and found the following for each word. For the word buy, there was to procure, to purchase, to shop for, and to select. Your customers want to buy something from you because they're here at your window. For the word sell, there was to dispose of, to barter, to dump, and to peddle. And for the word serve, there was help, assist, provide, and satisfy. Seeing this made me realize that there's no wonder there's such a negative connotation to the word sell. However, seeing this also made me realize that sales is a combination of dialogues and techniques that we can teach, but what we can't teach is how to have you care about your people. It's the attitude of servitude, and it's a quality that comes from within and is more in line with a service and sales-based process, and it allows your guests to make an informed buying decision. The great news is that when people buy because they are served, they are buying because they wanted it, and you just help facilitate that choice. The next element to a positive attitude is about handling challenging guests properly. We've all had the experience of interacting with negative guests, and most of the time, you can see them coming long before they get to your window. However, as a vacation planner, we cannot allow any negativity to affect us or our other guests. When you have a difficult guest, be sure to focus on controlling what you can control. You cannot control what other people say or how other people act, but you can control how you react. It is also important to try to identify their source of anguish, which the majority of time is not you. It is important to note that when guests are angry and upset, they want the same thing that an upset child wants. They want attention. When you have an irate guest, give them a statement that lets them know you are in control of the situation and let them know that they are being heard. For example, Mr. Jones, I understand that you have a concern. Let me listen to what that is so that we can get this resolved. And lastly, our 4th element to a positive attitude is energy and enthusiasm. Remember that this is a 5-minute interaction and you only have a limited amount of contact with your guest to match their needs to an enhanced product and experience. In such a short sales process, you only have about 30 seconds to get your guests interested in what you have to say, so use your 30 seconds wisely. Instead of focusing on all the things the guests will miss out on if they get a one-park, one-day ticket, use your 30 seconds to paint a picture using features and benefits that will highlight the amazing experience they will have with an upgraded product.